Morning traders, welcome to TradeSetup and the morning jumpstart for the 26th of October. Okay, we had the US, they backed off overnight. They gave up gains from the previous session. A few lackluster reports that failed to impress the market. We also had Apple, they were down 2.3% after the bell as their reports come out less than expected. We also had crude oil, which took a bit of a nosedive as talk of Russia not joining in the fun to ease off the supply, just to curb that supply problem. Let's take a look at the markets overnight. We had the SPY 200 futures closed down 12 points. S&P 500 futures closed down 6.25 points. The FTSE was up 24 points, whereas the DAX was down 21.5 points. Gold finished up $10.60. It's a nice strong night. Oil finished down $1.22. CRB index finished down 0.09 of a point, and the Aussies around that 76.46 level. Okay, looking at the ASX 200, the overnight action, we could see this nice strong move up that was in yesterday's trade. We were expecting that to potentially retest a bit lower and then kick up, but it kicked up straight off the bat, took out a resistance level around that 54.25 and pushed right up into 54.54. So it was a good strong move on the open, and then it just failed and just sort of back and fill after that. We did expect it to pull back overnight, but we expected maybe now to build a bit of a base to push back up. We're just really pulling back after washing out that level at 54.54. We're really just pulling back into the range, so it'll be interesting now whether we can, this type of green action, build that high low and then push back up through 54.54, or whether we just continue lower and grind our way lower back down to support at 54.08. The only other alternative is just a bit of bounce around today, but if we can hold this sort of a level in the middle there and just build that higher low, we could push up over tonight's session in the US. Okay, looking at the Aussie dollar here, I've discussed this a bit lately. We've got the 75 major higher low on the longer term time frames at 75.10. Now we're holding above that zone there. We've got a level that was at 75.84 that the market's held just above that. It was an inside level, 75.90. So that's quite, just double tapped that on that support zone there, and we bounced off there, so we're heading up to 75.50. Just washed out that level there overnight, and then we're currently pulling back. Could be just a minor higher low, somewhere just around that 76.40 or even below, for another push up through 76.50 and just grind our way higher towards 7700. We have to see how that plays out today. Okay, just touching on gold here, we've got the daily chart up. Just as a reminder of what we're looking at, we're in overbought territory, or heading into overbought territory, not super overbought, but it has bounced off that 1248, holding support at 1200. So really the trend is up until we break through 1200. Then I think we've got a big problem on the daily charts anyway. The market has kicked up off that 1200, contracted lower, and then we just fell through 1305, had a good sell-off, and we've really come straight down to that minor support level at 1248. So currently bouncing off that zone, and we could just be contracting higher. Be interesting to see how that goes over the next few days and next few weeks. We could just continue grind our way higher, sort of retesting that 1305, 1300 area, and then potentially roll over, or we could just pull back and make that a major higher low and then go again. We'll just have to see if this trend up can hold. Okay, a new one that we're looking at during the day on the ASX is the WBC Westpac Banking. Went quite well yesterday. We got our entry level at 30.65. Well, it was just above that 30.75 on the open. We're looking for that high low to hold at 30. Price action looks really good coming out of contraction. We've got that major higher lows, and we've got lower highs that were broken, and now we're potentially looking to work our way up to 31.30. We may get a bit of resistance off that area, a bit of a pullback, but we're expecting it to grind higher and sort of targeting that 33.30 zone. We'll have to see how that plays out in the next few days. All right, that's it for today. Good luck, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. And don't forget, traders, you can go to our YouTube channel to subscribe. Just go to www.youtube.com/c/TradeSetup AU, and you can view all the uploaded videos we've taken so far.